What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. If you have missed the previous episode, go watch it. That was an insane last episode. But yeah, let me just say, Zekrom and Reshiram, some stuff happened. But otherwise, yeah, go check it out. But otherwise, this team, in the beginning, I thought it just wasn't that great. Now I'm learning it's still not the best team, but it is a dang fun team if I do say so myself. It's just really fun. Not the most solid, does have quite a few notable weaknesses, can easily be outplayed if you know the sets, but yeah, it's really fun to play. We have Zekrom, Reshiram, Tapu Fini, Kartana, Heatran, and him on top 4 one last time on this channel. And again, if you want to see a QR code of this team, 175 likes is the goal. And if we do hit it for this video, including all the other episodes, we use Zekrom and Reshiram within 2 weeks, I will upload a QR code on the global link for this team. So be sure hit that like button. Otherwise, you can try at the pastement down below. But let's get started and play some games. This team has been super fun to play. Like Zekrom, Reshiram, it's just those moments, man. It's just those moments when we get the fusion attacks off. It's also the moments where Reshiram Oko's a Groudon, or Zekrom just obliterates something that you would never expect it to because of Soak or Swagger. So yeah, it's been pretty fun overall using this team. I'm really glad I didn't use the Smeargle variant of this team that I had with the Fusion Flare, Soak, Tailwind set. It just wasn't that great. I'm really glad I switched things up. But yeah, otherwise it has been a really fun team. Has done pretty well for itself. It's actually done pretty well for itself. Let's see if we can keep that going though, as we do have our final episode. Hopefully this team gets to at least one more win for the series. But let us see. We will find out. It's taking quite a while to find our first game. So you know what? I think it's time. We'll cut it out. We'll be right back with the first game of today's episode. Alright, we got Sarpy from the United States, 1493 rating as our first opponent with, wow, a Luxray? I mean, I know my opponent's rating isn't that high, but we can never base teams off rating because they can be really scary at times. Maybe just got a bit unlucky or haven't had the best team matchups. Incineroar, Venusaur without Groudon, huh? Maybe it's your Groudon counter because this team does look a little bit weak to Zerndon. Smeargle, the Luxray, Xerneas, and Lunala. So Lunala is one of those tough matchups because I don't know how I exactly beat it. And yeah, that's actually kind of concerning. I think what I want to go is Fini plus Kartana. Yeah, I like Fini plus Kartana. Having that terrain up, which prevents Smeargle from going for Lovely Kiss or anything like that, is really good. I think Heatran's really good in this matchup. The question is, what do I want in the back? Reshiram or Zekrom? Reshiram looks better because of the damage output it can do with the Blue Flare, especially since it hits 5 of my opponent's mons, while Zekrom can only really hit 4 of my opponent's mons, and the Intimidate slows it down. So yeah, I think that's what I want to go. Let's see how this is gonna go. But yeah, first game of today's episode. Let's see how this is gonna go. Maybe we'll find what the Luxray does. I know it does get Guts, I believe, and Intimidate actually, if I remember right. It gets Intimidate, I think Rivalry, which is not really a competitive ability, and then you got the Guts. So let's see how this is gonna work. Kartana Fini will lead here because if Lunala leads, I want an Icy Wind knockoff. Luxray and Incineroar. Okay, who else is scared? Because I have no idea what this does. At least if it's Guts, it can't get burned, but it's Intimidate on the Incineroar, so it's probably Guts on the Luxray, I would assume. Oh, it's actually Intimidate. It's just slower than the Incineroar for some reason. Isn't Luxray a decent speed tier too? I haven't used the Luxray since like an old time stuff. I don't really need Reshiram in this battle. It's not really too important. I think we're just gonna go Reshiram here. Yeah, I'll just go Reshiram here because of the fact that I'm gonna be able to go for the Blue Flare into the Luxray the following turn and hopefully pick up the knockout. I don't know if it's like Assault Vest or something. Knock off into Feeny. Okay, and electric move? Wild Charge, yeah. Okay. Still a little bit scary, but no big deal. We can go for an Icy Wind. Just break any potential sashes, or I don't know what really I'm supposed to expect from this team, but we're going to go for the Blue Flare right into the Luxray. Get some damage off. Yeah, get some damage off in that Luxray. Getting rid of Luxray is nice. Getting Kartana in again against the Incineroar. Like, the problem is I didn't bring much to deal with Incineroar, but I do have Soak and Leaf Blade, and I do have a Heatran, so should be okay against the Incineroar. It is still a little scary though, depending on the situation. I wonder if like Incineroar will ever carry Throat Chop to carry the counter the Roar Heatrans. We're gonna get the Blue Flare off. Let's see, Luxray, do you survive this? Nope, it's a Life Orb boosted. You do not survive. So Luxray goes down. I do get an Icy Wind off into the Incineroar to slow it down. So if it's faster than my Heatran, that works too. Especially since I don't know what the set is. We'll see probably a knockoff into the Reshiram, I'd assume. Yep, knockoff into the Reshiram. Getting rid of my Life Orb. That did a lot of damage, by the way, too. That knockoff did a little bit more than usual. Or maybe I'm just used to, like, Intimidate. Xerneas gonna come out, no surprise there. Yeah, sometimes I wish I had Heal Pulse on the, with Feeny without Zekrom is like basically not great. Maybe I should have brought the Zekrom so I could have soaked at least. Soak stuff could have been good here. I don't think he knock out. I could swagger my Kartana here. I just don't know. I think I just protect here with my actually no. The play is to soak the Xerneas so it does even less damage with the Moonblast, and I go out into Heatran. Or I could soak the Heatran because the Moonblast damage doesn't matter, so Dark typing won't affect me too much. Yeah, I'll soak the Incineroar, go on to Heatran, because then I could roar out the Xerneas if it does Geomancy. And then Incineroar's knockoff is not going to do much anyway, so yeah, I like that play. I don't care if you knock off my Berry on Feeny because it's not that important either. But you're going to see the Geomancy, no surprise there. Really comes down to what this Incineroar set is though. Will become fully charged, and then we G, and then it's just gonna come down to Lunala. I think Lunala is the one Pokemon that I'm super scared of dealing with because it is a really difficult Pokemon if it's choice specs for my team to handle. Soak the Incineroar. So now it's also vulnerable to my Kartana once it comes back in. Knockoff gonna come out into my Feeny. Okay, that's fine. Gets rid of my Berry. Don't really need it too much right now. And we'll protect Roar. Yep. We'll protect Roar right here, and I guess I could have brought out Kartana too and click Soak Leaf Blade again into the Xerneas. There were a lot of plays I could have went for. I will protect Feeny here on the Moonblast. Into the Feeny, okay. And let's see what the Incineroar does. Just knockoff, so it's not really doing much. And I don't need my goggles in this game. Crits me. This is why we click Soak. So we roar out the Xerneas. So now Xerneas is not that big of a threat. Kartana is going to put in a bunch of work. Smeargle comes out. No Lunala. That works beautifully. Except for that evasion boost. Accuracy falls, but like, you can't even spore me anyway in this terrain. We'll go for Icy Wind here, and we'll go for a Heat Wave, I guess. Yeah. Icy Wind does connect with both the Smeargle, so we break the Sash, and then Kartana should be able to hit it, which is good. Yeah, this looks okay here. Let's see what my opponent does with the Incineroar. As Heat Wave, Smeargle avoids, no surprise there. That's actually big damage into the Incineroar. It's a critical hit, so I guess we get a crit as you transform into my Heatran, actually. Okay, and U-turn. Ooh. Okay, U-turn I could have seen, but not the transform. That changes things, I think. That changes things. So we're gonna see the Xerneas come in again. Ooh, okay. If you're able to get in our Geomancy, that's going to be really problematic. I mean, I think I just Icy Wind here and protect regardless. Yeah, I'm just gonna Icy Wind Protect. The problem is if Smeargle doubles out into Incineroar and you click Fake Out. If you Geo here and you click and you go out into Incineroar, which I definitely could see as a play here. Yeah, I could definitely see that as a play. But my opponent's not gonna make it. Okay. So I protect my Heatran here. Smeargle gonna protect. Ooh, expected me to protect. It's a Moonblast into the Heatran slot. Okay. I thought if anything, it would target down my other slot, but that works too. Icy Wind gonna go off into the Reshiram. I wonder if Blue Flare can knock out the Heatran, the Xerneas. I think Reshiram is not really that useful in this game. I'll sack my Reshiram here to get an Icy Wind off. Or what I could have done was soak my... I could have soaked my own... Nah, I don't think I soaked my own Heatran to avoid the Earth Power or Speed Tide because I don't know if I do KO. We're going to see the Xerneas retreat here into the Incineroar. No surprise there. This is going to be a tough spot. My opponent is playing well in this endgame by maneuvering. Let's see here. We will Icy Wind the Heatran, so at least the Heatran will be slow now. And yeah, the evasion boost kind of sucked, but what can we do about it? Earth Power gonna come out, knock out my Reshiram, which is fine here. I think I always go Heatran. I just Icy Wind protect. Yeah, there's no reason not to. Like, Incineroar is getting lower and lower for my Kartana Sacred Sword. At this point, Kartana Sacred Sword is looking really good in this endgame. So yeah, we'll just go for the Icy Wind here. We'll go for the Protect. Because we're not risking Fake Out Earth Power into that slot. And I know my opponent's Smeargle can't punish my Heatran right now with anything. Just gonna stay in with the Heatran, alright. So, Fake Out gonna come out into the Feeny. Good play. Critical hit. Earth Power into the Feeny as well. So my opponent is adjusting here. That did nothing. Jeez. I think I'm getting a little bit impatient. I know this is probably not the play. Actually, did you ever knock off my Barret? You did. What if you Flare Blitz? No. I'm just wondering, would you ever Flare Blitz my Feeny? If you Flare Blitz... Okay, I can't risk Kartana here. I really want to go something else, but if I do risk it, I just lose the game. So I'm going to Earth Power the... I think I still Earth Power the Smeargle. I don't really care about the Incineroar. I should have soaked the Incin though. But it looks like my opponent stays in, which is good. We will get a Icy Wind off into the Incineroar. Again, the damage doesn't really matter. But the point is we do get the Earth Power off into the Heatran. It is going to KO the Heatran. My opponent, I think, messed up in this last turn. Like, my opponent was playing the last few turns pretty good. And then this turn was just the, yeah, you just dropped your Heatran. Knock Off going to come out. Doesn't knock out. I probably should have soaked because that's probably a 2 KO. We're going to see the Xerneas come out. And at this point, I think I click... Earth Power should finish off the Incineroar. But at this point, I have an Icy Wind and an Earth Power. Yeah, because Moonblast should still not knock out Heatran regardless. You can knock out Feeny, but I don't really mind if you knocked out Feeny because of the fact that my Heatran probably knocks out your Incineroar, and then I'm able to click a Sacred Sword. We know the moveset on Incineroar, most likely it's Fake Out. We saw U-Turn, we saw Knock Off. You have to assume it's Flare Blitz, so it probably doesn't carry Protect. Xerneas protects too, which should seal up this game. So, Earth Power going to come out into the Incineroar. Miss. Unless it's a really special defensive Incineroar, shouldn't be able to take it. But it doesn't. Because based on the Icy Wind damage, I think like Earth Power was going to KO. And then basically we just go for as much damage as possible until we can get our Kartana in. So we will go for Icy Wind once again. And we'll go for the Earth Power. Even if you Geomancy, I think that's fine. Actually, if you Geomancy, what if I roar myself? I'm going to do it. I'm going to roar myself, and I'm going to Icy Wind here. Because if you attempt to do a last-ditch Geomancy, you're going to take a turn, right? So, and then you're hoping that my Kartana doesn't get in, but you're gonna Gleam. Okay, that should knock out. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I roll myself, but it works because even if you KO me, right, you're not boosted, and then I get the free switch into Kartana. If you do decide to go for last ditch Geomancy, what I do is just I roar out my Feeny, just so I don't have to risk like a crit right there. But yeah, now I go for Smart Strike into a Heat Wave. I don't think a Gleam crit into a Moonblast crit won't knock out my Kartana. So yeah, that's basically why I did this play. Where I seen a Moonblast come out, targeting down the Kartana probably. Yeah, you have to. And I guess Smart Strike into the Xerneas. Yeah, like the damage really doesn't matter. Smart Strike gonna come out. Does not knock out the Xerneas, but our power will. Yeah, I don't think a Gleam crit anyway into a Moonblast crit would have knocked out my Kartana, since I do carry the Assault Vest, and then I would have just been able to get 2 Smart Strikes off to win the game. So yeah, I think mine was a 100% win con. I guess unless you crit the Heatran with Gleam there, if it did KO, because then it would be a Kartana versus Xerneas, and if you get 2 Moonblast crits, I do lose the game. But again, it's like really little chance. But I guess it's not like 100% win con. So, but again, my opponent needed some really big rolls. Unfortunately, we don't get to see what the Luxray did. I don't even know what Luxray's speed tier is, so I know it's slow, but I don't think it's slower than Incineroar. And yeah, double Intimidate, just Wild Charge. We didn't get to see much otherwise, as we got Celine from Japan, 17-13 rating, probably as our last opponent with this team. Something very similar to the last time. Okay, so Tapu Koko, Ludicolo, the Necrozma, Lurantis, Incineroar, and the Kyogre. I kind of want to go the same thing as the last time when I got both the fusion games off, the fusion attacks off, Zekrom and Reshiram. I could go Feeny here, but if my opponent brings Tapu Koko, I kind of want the terrain up because it's actually really useful for me, I think. Yeah, so we'll bring Zekrom, Reshiram, Kartana, and Hitmontop. Heatran's not that good here, and neither is Feeny because Lurantis is super scary. I don't know what you're going to go. You could go in a fast offensive mode with Koko and Ludicolo and Kyogre, but I'm not exactly too sure if you would do that. Yeah, I'm just not sure if you would do that. I feel like a Slow Trigger mode would be better against my team, especially since Kartana kind of gives you trouble with that. I think you have to bring like Incineroar because your Kartana matchup is pretty bad. So yeah, I'll just make the same plays that I did before with the, if you do lead Necrozma plus the Incineroar, and if you don't, I'm just gonna make probably some fusion combos off, like Fusion Bolt, Fusion Flare, otherwise. And if you lead Ludicolo plus Kyogre, not exactly sure what I do there. That's like the one lead that's probably super scary, is the Kyogre plus the maybe I should have thought about that more, because if you do the Kyogre Ludicolo, this isn't a safe lead. But you have to be Scarf Kyogre. We'll find out if it's Scarf Kyogre this turn. We'll bring out Reshiram and Zekrom against the Kyogre Incineroar. Okay, so that's an interesting lead. As there's like, I have no idea what's going on, but I see something moving, which is why I'm doing something. Sorry about that. There's like something moving, so I thought it was a bug. It might be. I don't know. I didn't get to see the speed abilities. Shoot. Okay, that's bad. Because I don't know if this is Scarf or not. I mean, you're 100%. I mean, 100% double protect here. There's no reason for me not to make a double protect play. I guess you could switch out. I'm not sure what you would do though. I think it's just gonna be attacks all around. So let's see what my opponent's gonna do. Gonna be the double protect here. Let's see what the Kyogre goes for. It's going to be Fake Out into the Zekrom and a Water Spout. I think this is slow Kyogre, but I can't 100% say for sure. If I think it's slow Kyogre, I don't see a reason not to Fusion Bolt into Fusion Flare into the Incineroar, because I might knock out the Incineroar based on its investment. I don't know what the roll is, but I feel like that'd be pretty good. I could also attempt to Tailwind up, but I don't think that's necessary. So I think I'm just going to double up the Incineroar. Kyogre could protect here. If it is a slow variant, I think it is a slow variant. The reason is I could have seen the abilities, but I have no idea what they were. Oh, wow, Snatch. And Kyogre didn't protect. Oh, it's Scarf. I wish I saw that. So I didn't get to see the abilities, so... Yeah, that sucks for me. That really sucks for me. Oh well. I will KO my own Reshiram, which is also pretty bad for me, so this has probably gone the worst. Stupid bug. So a little bit unfortunate there, but you know what? Whatever. My opponent was trying to deny a Tailwind play, which makes sense. Although if I Bolt Strike the Kyogre would have been great there. We do knock out the Incineroar though with that damage. Wow. The damage was super impressive. We'll bring out the Kartana here, I think. Yeah, because Incineroar's gone, so I can get in Kartana pretty safely. Even if you go Lurantis, at least I have Leaf Blade pressure against this Kyogre. Tapu Koko. Oh, that's not good. Not a Pokemon I want to see. Dazzling Gleam's going to hurt a lot. And you're probably just going to Water Spout Thunderbolt. That doesn't work out. Yeah, this last game, I kind of played really poorly, but it was just... If I knew it was Scarf, I could have played completely different. Dang, that bug. I would have just Bolt Strike then. I'm going to... I can't afford to lose Zekrom. I might as well just protect Zekrom. Go for the Leaf Blade into Kyogre, I guess. Like, it's a Water Spout Thunder, and this is going to be... Oh, or a Switch Out. Into Necrozma, alright. Might not be over yet if I live with Gleam. It really depends on what kind of Koko set this is, though. Thunderbolt into... Yeah, my opponent made a good play. Does into a KO, though, which is pretty big. It is a Life Orb, okay. Leaf Blade into Necrozma. Shoot, I don't know if -1 Photon Geyser knocks out my Hitmontop. We'll go into Hitmontop here. We'll go for the Leaf Blade into the Koko, because we'll attempt to try to get rid of the Koko. Because if we are able to eliminate the Koko, after 2 Life Orb hits and an Adamant Leaf Blade, I might be able to force the situation against my opponent. Still really tough though, but this electric terrain might actually help, because if I go Hitmontop, it survives the attack. If it's a Gleam, I get to go back into my Zekrom. I got to Intimidate off into Necrozma. I KO the Koko here. Then I have Fake Out Pressure the following turn. So Gleam is going to come out, no surprise. Doesn't KO either one of my Pokemon, that's good. And also Kyogre is going to be forced to lock itself into a move that I'm going to be able to see. So I'm hoping this Leaf Blade does KO. So we'll go out on a Zekrom here. I need Leaf Blade to KO, otherwise the strategy completely fails. Bring out Zekrom. Teravolt, Leaf Blade, and also the... I guess you can't have Earth Power on your thing. Oh no. I mean, you don't KO Kartana. I guess it still works if the Koko decides to KO itself, but... Oh, that's so bad. Now it's a situation of... Do you protect Koko expecting a protect from Zekrom? Because if you KO Koko, then I actually have a chance to win. I think you Photon Geyser the Kartana. No, you would protect Photon Geyser the Kartana, right? I think I gotta make a read here. I think I gotta Bolt Strike Sacred Sword, or I gotta protect Expect a Gleam here. I'm gonna go for the knockoff and Bolt Strike. I'm hoping Koko protects here. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. This should knock out, this should knock out. Please, Zekrom hit. Maybe I should have went for Fusion Bolt, it might have been safer. Oh, I should have went for Fusion Bolt 100%. We activate Weakness Posse. Please, Zekrom, I made the play. I made the play. There we go, there's a Bolt Strike. We knock out the Necrozma. And now Kyogre is forced to lock itself into a move. Rain stops, so it gets reset. That's bad, but I made the play I had to get back into this game. Alright. Because I knew my opponent was like, if you Gleam and Kyogre's forced in, you're in a bad spot, since Necrozma is -2 with the Intimidate. So I knew you had to do that play. Yeah, we'll go for the Protect here with Zekrom always in Leaf Blade. I guess the worst case is if you have Sky Drop on the Coco, but I don't think you would have Sky Drop. Yeah, you would need Sky Drop. So we'll Protect. Zekrom here should be like a Scald or something. You lock yourself in a Water Spout. I don't think that's ever to play though. Oh, it's a 50-50, isn't it? Gleam. Yep. Okay, you have to... How many Water Spouts do you have? Because I could Wide Guard, I could fake out the Coco. No, there's no point in faking out Coco. I think I have to Wide Guard here 100%, right? And I think I have to Fusion Bolt. The problem is if you... Actually, no, I'm fine. Since you're Thunderbolt, you don't KO me. You don't KO my Zekrom. Yeah, I always Wide Guard here. Because the only move Coco should have that can knock out Zekrom is Dazzling Gleam, right? A Thunderbolt shouldn't knock out Zekrom. And Coco would go down to the Life Orb pit anyway. So let's see here. Water Spout. And you have to go for Thunderbolt crit, I think. That's your only out. Or Dazzling Gleam, and I just win the game regardless, so that works. So we go for Fusion Bolt. That's going to knock out the Kyogre, and that's going to be game. I think you had to go for Thunderbolt crit, if anything. And I don't think locking yourself in a Water Spout was the best idea. That just worked out for me. Yeah, I think my opponent made a mistake there. I think locking yourself in a Water Spout was like the one. Because if it was Scald, that would, or Ice Beam, if my opponent had Ice Beam, that would have been a huge different story. Water Spout just, I think, lost it from my opponent there. And we go for Fusion Bolt and Wide Guard here. Because even if Coco's able to KO me now, it doesn't matter. Because you only have one Life Orb hit, and Wide Guard just prevents Dazzling Gleam, which is the only way my opponent can double knock me out. So, yeah, a bit of a sloppy game. I really do apologize to the viewers because of the fact that I had to miss that turn 1. Basically, the Kyogre speed tier, because that could have been a huge different story. Because, I don't know what was moving. Something was moving. So, I had to, like, look at it. And then I ended up missing the speed tier, so, but it ended up making a crazy close end game. I think my opponent screwed up though. I really do feel like the Water Spout was like the game defining, because I think my opponent locked himself or herself into a single target attack, like Scald or Ice Beam for instance. Like my opponent could have had the game. Like I really do think my opponent could have had the game if that was the case. But we were able to pull through, fortunately. Thanks to everyone who came out for the Zekrom and Reshiram. If you do want to see it on the global link, please leave a like down below. 175 likes is the goal for this episode as well as all the previous episodes. We need in 2 weeks all videos to hit 175 likes in order to have the Zekrom and Reshiram team on the global link. So be sure to hit that like button, especially if you enjoyed the video anyway. You can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side savers on my channel, all that good stuff, including my Patreon page if you do want to support the channel, my Twitch channel for awesome VGC 2019 live streams, and feel free to leave a comment down below as I do read them. And if you want to try out this team, there's a paste pin down below, and of course if you missed any previous episodes, highly recommend go checking them out. Otherwise, we're going to be using a brand new team in the next episode. Farewell to Reshiram and Zekrom. Pretty crazy. Didn't like the team at the start, but grew on me towards the end, so really happy to showcase this team. Hope that everyone enjoyed. If you did like it, again, please leave a like down below. Otherwise, that is pretty much all I have to say. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. And until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.